much are you learning from life?
I think I've become more sensitive. I think you're married, but I think unless you have a daughter, you don't really see the things um, which you see so clearly. So I'm much more sensitive to women athletes. I am more respectful to the work which they put in and the challenges which they come. And I'm also more respectful to the fact of athletes in general. Because think of it in the sense, if I were to put a bench and say, uh, it's so unfair, the very aspects of sport itself is so unfair in the sense, all of us could be taught math and we could all get 100 out of 100 and everybody walks out like a winner. But if I have a running race, and I can be sure that only one is a winner and all of them are losers at whatever level. I think so. In some sense, I think the respect towards the process and the over enthusiasm towards victory and the over negativity towards loss is something which we need to get over. And I think sport is in that segment. So you have to be very conscious of how you deal with people just on the basis of wins and losses. And I think that's very, very important. Maybe it all happened for me over time because I, as a player, when you win, then you think it's the end of the world. Like I'm number one, and then you lose, and then you kind of feel rejected by the system, and then you start coaching, and then you win, and then you feel this is the end of the world, and then you only have to go down and look around that this win has come and there's so many losses surrounding you. And you as a player would have so many losses, you as a coach would have so many losses. We could win the one Satvik and Chirag, or we could win 10. But we're not talking about the losses. We're not in my career, we talk about the Olympic, the Commonwealth, the Asian Championship. But I think I have lost another 100 events. I've lost the Olympics, and it was really bad. So we don't. I think I'm a lot more sensitive as a coach, saying it's okay to lose. It's okay. I was very unforgiving as a player on myself. I was very unforgiving as a coach to many of my players. And today, I think a culmination of these things have made me say it's okay to lose. It doesn't matter, but ensure that the process is perfected, and you have to ensure that you do the process and refine it over and over again. And win or loss should not become such a big thing. You win little positive, you lose little negative, okay, but the scale should not be too big. Well, I think let's look at badminton and a history of badminton. So 1980, Prakash Sir had won the tournament. By the time I was in the junior lot, in the 91, I was the junior national champion. Badminton has gone down very drastically over the next few years, to a point where in 1994, Indian team was not sent to the Commonwealth Games because we were not supposed to be ranked in the top 6 of Commonwealth nations. So that is where our journey of badminton has started in 1994. 30 years down the line, to have us as Thomas Cup champions and to actually win an Asian championship in women and win every event in the world, as in to have a medal finish at 3 consecutive Olympics, to have every world championship from 2011 onwards till date. Every world championship we've come back with a medal. Asian Games we've come back this time with a silver and a bronze and a gold. I think has been phenomenal. So I think badminton has done very well, and in 30 years I don't see this. I think is the miracle of Indian badminton, to actually see us from where we were as probably the 7th nation in Commonwealth Games to actually become the world champions in the sport. I think has been phenomenally well. So that's how I would really look at it. Yes, there are aspects definitely we would all want to win goals. There's a whole world we are competing against. And this time at the Asian Games, we had a gold with Satvik and Chirag. And I hope that I'll not have to answer this question next time when I'm here in Kolkata.
This is my favorite question. Gopi, the national coach, Gopi, the father. The Gopi Gayatri dynamic, when Gayatri wins, does it sort of make you a little bit more happier? On court, can you tell her something that you can't tell another student of yours? Give us the Gopi Gayatri dynamic before I go to Rahul again.
Well, to be fair, I think I'm very fortunate because although Gayatri is my daughter, I've seen as all of my students as my own um, sons and daughters in some sense. So, from my perspective, I think I feel very happy when Gayatri wins, but it's the same happiness which I feel when any of my other players win. I don't think there's a difference in that scale. But yes, I'm conscious of the fact that every time she goes on court, there's somebody saying, when will you become the world number one, or when will you start winning the Olympiad or something like that. I think that's a very unfair judgment on her behalf to live up to that kind of a thing. So, very proud father. As a coach, with all my students, I would be very strict. But here on this side, I think the father takes over more from the perspective respecting the fact that she is her own individual and she has her own journey. And I think my name, whatever is there. But whatever she has achieved, I think I am super proud of, and I don't expect anything more from her. I think for me as a player, if you give me another life, I don't think I can work as hard as I've done. I'm very happy with that fact that I gave it all I have, and I'm very proud of the player. The coach is just pure God's grace. Of course, the player is also, but coach, because I just look at myself and I say, my mom has been super helpful. My wife, she was there when I wasn't there to take care of the kids. My entire family has sacrificed to make me the coach. And because if one of them had complained, I wouldn't have actually taken up this responsibility. So I think in some sense it's God's grace that I'm able to be in the coaching ecosystem. And also I was fortunate to actually get good players, people who trusted me, people who trusted me as association members, people who trusted me from the government. I think all of these fell into place in a very divine way. So I think it's really God's grace that this position and these players have produced. So I think for me, I'm just living a dream which has been phenomenal, and I'm very grateful to God for actually giving this opportunity in one lifetime to actually live both dreams. Well, I think that will be a difficult question for me to answer. It's a guess, I guess. It's election time, so everybody is guessing big. so I think it will definitely be more than what we had last time. No, I think to be fair, I think post-COVID we've kind of reduced on the 415 session. We're also fortunate that we've been able to build 6 more badminton courts. And I'm also lucky that today I have P. Kashyap, Guru Saidat, Narul Vishnu, and Maru Afri helping me with the coaching. So we have our training sessions players come in at 5 and we start at 5:30. So my day starts at 5:30 and finishes around 6 o'clock every day. But but honestly, if there is travel, if there is a meeting to attend, that's what makes me tired. My badminton court sessions never get me tired. I'm really enthused and I'm very happy to be on board.